Good evening and welcome to Year 5 Reads The Red Room by H.G. Wells. No ghost will scare me, I said. I stood in front of the fire with my glass in my hand.
No one is forcing you to do this, said the man with the funny arm. He looked at me suspiciously.
I am 28 years old and I have never seen a ghost.
The old woman sat and stared into the fire. Her pale eyes were wide open. Yes, she interrupted. And you've never seen a house like this. There are lots of things that you haven't seen. You're only 28 years old. She moved her head slowly from side to side. There are many things to see and many things to make you sad.
I thought that these old people were trying to scare me with their talk about ghosts in their house. I put my empty glass down on the table and looked around the room. I saw myself in the strange old mirror at the end of the room. I looked different, shorter and fatter. Well, I said, maybe I will see something tonight. I have an open mind.
No one is forcing you to do this, said the man with the funny arm once more.
I heard the sound of a stick and someone walking unsteadily on the stone floor outside the room. The hinges of the door creaked, and another old man entered. He was more bent, more wrinkled, and even older than the first old man. He leant on a single crutch. He wore a shade over his eyes, and his mouth was half open. His pale, pink lower lip hung over his bad yellow teeth. He went to an armchair on the opposite side of the table, sat down clumsily and began to cough. The man with the funny arm looked at him. He obviously did not like him. The old woman took no notice of the second old man. She continued to look into the fire.
When the second old man stopped coughing, the first old man with the funny arm said, I said, no one is forcing you to do this.
No one is forcing me to do this, I answered. The second old man saw me for the first time. He threw his head back and looked at me sideways. I saw that his eyes were small, bright and red. He started to cough again.
Why don't you drink, said the man with the funny arm. He pushed the beer towards him. The man with the shade poured a glass of beer. His hand was shaking and he splashed beer onto the table. There was a grotesque shadow of him on the wall. I was surprised to see these grotesque people. I think very old people look smaller and no longer so human. They seem to belong to several generations ago rather than now.